Well, hello there and good evening. I am Frost PDP. Thank you for joining me as we play more Master of Orion 2. So last time I built the Interceptor, a lovely spaceship that I will show off a little bit. It has 5 mass drivers, and we've put 3 nuclear bombs on it. I wanted to talk about one thing in combat before we even make this ship official. That is the arc. The arc is exactly what it sounds like, the radius it can fire in. So you have your forward extended, your back, a back weapon, really. And you have 360 degrees. For laser weapons, for point-to-point weapons, this matters. And we will stick with the forward angle here, which, if I'm not mistaken, this is, what, 90 degrees? Yep, that's 90 degrees. You have a 90 degrees forward range to shoot in. Why is that limiting? Well, you can only shoot ahead of you. Why wouldn't I go with 360? Because the amount of space per weapon goes up by 50%. In short, as long as you keep your enemy ahead of you, it dies faster. You'll also notice that because we have put battle pods on it, which you can see if I sneak over here, it might be the same class as the Etendard. I think I'm saying that right. It costs an extra almost twice as much time to build. So we're going to build this just in case we ever have a real threat. And we're good to go. Scouts arrive at the Gibber system. And a Trilarian, or supposedly Trilarian spy, steals the fusion bomb. That means we have to start worrying about diplomacy now. The racist screen brings up your diplomacy. And you can have an audience with anything. Unlike games like Paradox's games like Europa Universalis 4, you don't have to worry about, like, oh, your diplomat's out. Well, let's see. We can exchange technology. Even though we don't have a treaty, we can see what they want. Yeah, no, we don't want that. But we would like a treaty of non-aggression. And they don't want that. Okay, well, the music certainly changed. So they don't want a non-aggression treaty. So we're going to demand they stop spying, and he will cop to that. Alright, good. We're also going to talk to you. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to propose a non-aggression pact, and he's going to say no. No, I don't want to declare war. I'm going to go to demand, stop spying. And he will also say, like, we're done. We're not going to spy. We need to build spies, but right now we don't have any. And I really don't care if they steal fusion bombs from me. Like, that's not really a big deal. This world is building a starbase. So we're doing alright for ourselves. We got some money coming in. We got some planets going around. And our researcher gained a level. Sweet. We've built the battle scanner and tachyon communications. A lot of these things automatically get built into your new ships, which is convenient. Let's level up sociology in like the 2 turns it'll take us. And diplomacy. They want a research treaty. Fine. Treaties take time to build up. It costs a little bit of money up front, but each turn we should see ourselves getting more and more money. No, I don't really need captains right now. Oh, this is neat. Due to overworking by silicoid miners, the mineral classification has dropped. Some place has dropped to rich. Good. Good for them. The hell with them. I hate the silicoids. They're a nuisance. They're a plague, I say. A plague. We have a colony ship doing nothing. That would be a mistake. Are there any planets we really want to colonize? We could colonize this little tundra, this frozen wasteland. Let's see what our breadbasket is doing. Of course it's building more workers. Why would we ever need food? How about our industrial colony? Yeah, it's producing food. I don't understand. Well, it's building an interceptor now. It is? Cool. So you'll actually have something resembling a Starfleet. Because if we go to Sol, Sol's also building an interceptor. Good for us, bad for the enemy. Actually, not so good for us because we're going to be pushing our communication limits unless we get another starbase, which we will. I'm not too worried about that. Let's go for something that'll give us something we can build on our planets to make more money, because we're going to need it. K has built an automated factory, hooray. And it can build biospheres and a hydroponic farm because it's already capped out on population. Septum is in the piercing. We have a colony ship and a cruise. We still didn't decide on where we were going to send the colony ship. That's foolish. Satyr, Goey. Goey would be a nice little industrial colony. I'm interested in blocking the Klakons from ever coming into our region of space, however. We have the food. We might as well just build it. Oops. You can actually, you know what? Yeah, you can go there. So we have our first interceptor. We can build a space academy. We could build trade goods to build up a cash surplus, or we could build another colony ship. Let's build another colony ship. Let's go colony crazy. We're going to build it on the barren world. It is a terrible, terrible place to live, to work, to breathe. But that's okay, because we're going to build the automated factory and biospheres, and we'll go from there. Hey, who wants to talk? Now you want the non-aggression pact. Fine. Good. Another interceptor. And another colony ship, because why not? We are now over our command limit, which means we pay an extra $10 per command point we're over. Is there anywhere new we could explore? Not really, right? That's fine. That's cool. Interceptor, interceptor, interceptor. So we actually have something resembling a Starfleet. And new tech. And yes, we will take robotics because of robominers, which is basically an automated factory times 2, plus we can keep the old one. And now we have a new starbase, which means we can actually upgrade. We can actually keep our currently sized fleet without worrying about being over the command limit. We're going to queue up spaceports just about everywhere. Human world. We're going to get another starbase shortly. So we'll build a spaceport there. And this is the world where we have those gem deposits that are doing us very little good, right? Spaceport will help too. Alright, that counts as part of the base money. Special income, yes. We definitely want that spaceport there. And good. Keep doing what you're doing. Actually, wait a minute. Yep, keep doing what you're doing. And we finished the spaceport. So we will build a housing. That'll get us to our population cap faster. This is our Gaia world. We will go to build food. And Cave built its hydroponic farm. It's out of stuff to build. It'll build a research lab because free research is always a plus, and then a marine barracks, and then we'll worry about spaceport. There's a system to this game. Colony ship. Spaceport. I didn't know we were building another colony ship. That's good to know. We're gonna go to Satyr. We're gonna settle Tundra, I guess. Our options are few. And the interceptor can't go with it. We have to just send the colony ship. But that's okay. Sol 2 built at the spaceport. And at this point, we're so out of stuff to build, we're just going to go to trade goods. When you're out of stuff to build, it's usually a sign that you can shift your people to research, hope they do something useful. Tundra. Yes. Go. Go forth. Build the automated factory and the hydroponic farm and worry about it later. And spaceport is done. Hooray. We want a fighter garrison in our worlds that produce starships for obvious reasons. They produce starships. We're finally going to design our first battleship. Battle pods. Reinforced hull. But we're not going to send this guy into battle. Oh no, he's something special. we are going to look at, well, we don't have the best missiles I would like, so we're going to go with interceptors, which are little starfighters that are neat to have. We are going to put a single, so we're going to put 2 heavy mass drivers on it, but we're going to go crazy with interceptors. Yeah, we're going to go crazy with interceptors. This thing is just built to drop off some ships and sit back and let the tide turn. We're going to actually put some anti-missile rockets on it instead. This guy is designed for point defense. Fusion beam, point defense, little tiny gun, 2 of them. We will call it the Messenger, and it will take 32 turns to produce this thing, but it will be tremendously useful if we ever need it. We could actually consider going to war. Now, unlike Paradox games, you don't need to cast his belly for war. You can just click a button. I know it's old school like that. I'm wondering right now if there's any way to measure the enemy's strength before just jumping into a war with them, but I'm not convinced that there is, which is tragic, really. Just tragic. Races? No. Info? Turn summary, tech review, history graph. Okay, so score. That's neat. I can deselect everything, and I can check fleet. So we know the fish people are pretty strong. The Klakons are too. The tech, well, tech we're actually kind of even, but I'm betting we're better than them. Buildings we're far better, we're developed, and population we have more people, so we don't want war right now. What we want is to just build. The Gygas system. Rich Baron. That's pretty good. And a wormhole to the Alarians. These guys are a snowball threat because they can take territories over psychically like, we can. They can start integrating other species very easily, and it can be a legitimate danger to us. With that said, I want that high mineral wealth world. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, it's worth noting that they are immune to psychic powers, just as we're immune to theirs. So, I'm starting to think that the ant people might be colonizable. What do you think? Should we go evil or should we go good? I'm kind of feeling expansionist in general. Is that an option? So we finished building housing. And this is just the breadbasket of the universe here. It's going to build a robo-miner plant because it should. And then a missile base. And again, the robo-miner plant is nice because it's 10 production every turn for free. In fact, it's so good we're going to delay building our messenger just to build the robo-miner plant, to make it quicker to build the messenger. Are we going to end up over our control cap again? Oh, yes we are. But we're going to tell all of our planets to build robo-miner plants. The bonus money is just too... The bonus production is just too important. Yes. The spaceport is worth it, because this is the place that gives us the free money, so... But I will shift a worker down to production to make this a little easier. Is there anything else we need to do? Not really. Poor. Well, that's nice. It's blocked off from other species getting to it, I suppose. Next in queue is the spaceport. So we're building colonies to block wormholes from access, which is a nice strategy. Not nice. We're not being nice. It's nice from a strategic point of view. Automated factory robo-miner plants, and then I'll worry about the Alarians coming through. We don't have to go to war with anyone. It might not even be wise to go to war with anyone. But we might go to war with someone. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I think we probably need another freighter fleet or two to really get through this. I always want to stay ahead of those. I think I have the money to afford just spending 8 turns? No. No. Turns are worth it. 31 bucks? Well, let's drop our tax rate back to 0 and worry about it then. The silicoids, they are always a threat because they don't need to worry about food, they just do production. But they are isolated. I like that. just like we had a pretty weak start. Well, this guy's nice. He will give us extra money, extra labor, and he gives us money. I'll never understand why that makes sense. Sure, he's 400 bucks now, but in 40 turns he's paid back. And the leaders don't die in this game. So having him is pretty nice. We will put him in our financial capital, so to speak. And even if all he's going to do is a little money and a little labor, he's still giving us $10 extra per turn. And the extra labor, well, I guess that hasn't calculated yet. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. It might just be built in. Spaceport. Maneuver minor plane, starbase. Let's get our fleet strength better. Is there anything else in K? No. Perfect. That's unpleasant. Our biggest weakness right now is that we don't have a huge technological advantage over anyone. We can't just say, oh, we have better weapons than you. We're going to intrude. Alright, this has to stop. I haven't built any spies. Demand, stop spying. Goodbye. Another thing to note is that a species can make it seem... well, that's not productive. They don't communicate very well. You can make it seem as if you are being spied on by one species. So if I spied on the Clacons, the ant people, it might spoof saying the Ilarians are spying on them, which is kind of important to know. Let's check our info. Let's check our fleets. Well, the Silicoids have a tremendous fleet. They always do. They're not necessarily great on tech, but in this game they are. Whew, we're actually getting out-teched by people, aren't we? We are. That will have to change. We actually have starvation because we don't have enough freighter fleets. Well, we're going to change that in one turn. We need to change our technological situation. We need to change it fast. Lone 3 is our breadbasket. I believe it's defended well enough. Let's dedicate all our people to research there. Okay, good. 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 And new tech. We're going to go for computers because that will help us catch up on tech. Finished our freighter fleets. Do we have pollution? Is pollution a problem? We do. We're not even going to worry about production. We're just going to dedicate all of our forces to research. Last scanner's picked up a crystal life form traveling at warp speed into our galaxy. It's not known where it'll attack first. So space monster, hooray! And it's attacking one of our capitals. This is interesting. So you're going to get your first taste of combat. Alright. However, we will leave this first taste of combat for our next episode, because that sounds like a nice little cliffhanger, doesn't it? On that note, oh, powered armor. Nice to know. On that note, thank you for joining me, and as always, La Paz.